Everyone has adored Jennifer Aniston, who played the role of Rachel Green since the first looks at the popular television show Friends. However, not many people know that she has been secretly struggling with a tragic story all these years. In particular, she had bad relations with her wicked mother, who used to humiliate her all the time during her childhood. The wounds go very deep, so deep that she erased her own mother from her life for 15 years. And then there are the burning questions that everybody seems to be having. Was Brad Pitt really the villain as the media portrayed him to be? Why did her fairy tale marriages crumble? And the one question that has tormented her for years, why couldn't she become a mom? Up until recently, Jennifer Aniston had no intentions of telling her life story. Now, at 55, after years of never speaking out about various rumors regarding why her marriage to Brad Pitt actually ended, how much plastic surgery she has done, and most importantly, why she has not had any children yet, Jennifer Aniston lets the cat out of the bag. Join us as we uncover the hidden stories of this Hollywood star. Jennifer Aniston is a Hollywood celebrity who was born on February 11, 1969, in Sherman Oaks, a neighborhood located in Los Angeles, USA. Her parents were John Aniston, an actor of Greek origin, and Nancy Dow, an American actress. Her maternal great-grandfather, Lou Greco, was from Italy. Her mother's other lineage includes English, Irish, Scottish, and a smattering of Greek. Her father, however, hails from the island of Crete in Greece. Jennifer has two half-brothers, John Mellick, her older maternal half-brother, and Alex Aniston, her younger paternal half-brother. Telly Savalas, her godfather, was an actor and a close friend of her father. Her life became much more colorful when her dad secured a career in a popular television drama, and they moved to the center of New York. Jennifer enjoyed the buzz of city life, but at home, things were not as rosy. Her parents began arguing, and she always thought that it was her fault. To entertain everyone and make them smile, she would mimic and act silly. That's when she realized her love for acting. At the age of 6, she entered a Waldorf school, but the laughter could not remedy everything in her life. Her parents separated when she was 9, and her father soon disappeared from her life, further compounding the pressure. There were issues between her and her mom, Nancy, that made things quite complicated. Nancy paid a lot of attention to how people appeared, and to Jennifer, it was impossible to achieve such appearances. She would often find herself being told that she needed to start taking care of herself, or that she should wear makeup. That kind of criticism can run deep after several years, especially if it is coming from your friends or family members. Jennifer could understand where her mom was coming from. Working as a single mother is never easy. Nancy had to struggle to make ends meet for her children all the time. In a way, Jennifer had to accept the fact that those harsh words that were said about her figure were said out of love. Sadly, her relationship with Nancy continued to deteriorate over the years. It reached a breaking point in 1996 when Nancy appeared on a tabloid show and told the world a number of things she supposedly knew about Jennifer's private life. However, the most shocking event was when Nancy wrote a book that detailed her side of the story, titled From Mother and Daughter to Friends, a memoir. That betrayal was particularly painful, and as a result, Jennifer refused to speak to her mom for 15 years. Once in a while, Jennifer went to her father's place in Los Angeles. Perhaps those trips to the West and having two actor parents put the wheels in motion for her to try a shot at acting herself. After getting into acting at the age of 11 in Waldorf school, Jennifer went on to attend Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School of Music and Art and Performing Arts in Manhattan, where she became a member of the Drama Society and was under the tutelage of Anthony Abeson. Jennifer Aniston began her early career in off-Broadway productions like For Dear Life and Dancing on Checkers' Grave. She also had to pay her bills on her own and worked different part-time jobs, as a telemarketer, a waitress, and a bike messenger. In 1988, she had an uncredited minor role in the critically panned sci-fi adventure film Mac and Me. The following year, she appeared on The Howard Stern Show as a Neutrogena model before deciding to relocate to Los Angeles. Her first regular TV role came in 1990 in Malloy, and also in a TV show adaptation of Ferris Bueller, based on the 1986 film Ferris Bueller's Day Off. However, the general audience's interest in these two series was not very high, and both were soon off the air. Jennifer also featured in the made-for-television film Camp Cucamonga, where she played a teenager heading to summer camp in 1990, and Leprechaun in 1993, where she portrayed a spoiled daughter followed by a leprechaun. Entertainment Weekly came up with a list of the worst movies in 2014 and ranked Leprechaun as Jennifer Aniston's worst movie. Jennifer herself admitted she was ashamed of her performance in the film. She also featured in 2 other unsuccessfully aired television comedy series. After 4 TV show failures, Jennifer became depressed. One day, she met Warren Littlefield at a gas station in LA and cried to him. As the head of NBC Entertainment, he urged her to continue acting, and several months later, he assisted her in landing a part in Friends, a sitcom planned to air on NBC in its upcoming 1994 to 1995 schedule. Originally, Jennifer auditioned for the part of Monica Geller, but the producers believed she was more suitable for the character of Rachel Green. Courtney Cox, who had auditioned for the role of Rachel, was cast as Monica instead. However, this didn't cause any misunderstanding between Jennifer and Courtney. In fact, they have been very close friends ever since. Jennifer was also given an opportunity to be a cast member on Saturday Night Live, but she refused the offer, preferring Friends instead. She continued to play the part of Rachel until the show was canceled in 2004. The show became extremely popular, and thanks to it, Jennifer and the other members of the cast became famous all over the world. Her role was especially beloved by audiences and critics. She was nominated for 5 Primetime Emmy Awards, 2 for Outstanding Supporting Actress and 3 for Outstanding Lead Actress, and she won for Lead Actress. She also received 2 Golden Globe Award nominations, one in 2003 for Best Actress in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. The Guinness Book of World Records further revealed that Jennifer and the other female cast members became the highest-paid television actresses of all time, earning $1 million per episode in the final season of Friends. Her character had a popular on-screen chemistry with Ross Geller, played by David Schwimmer, and the two were voted the most favorite television couple many times in polls and magazines. Jennifer also acted in the independent comedy drama film The Good Girl, released in 2002. It was well received in a limited theatrical run and grossed over $14 million in North America. Her biggest commercial success in the film industry can be regarded as the comedy film Bruce Almighty, released in 2003. Globally, the film grossed $484 million at the box office and ranked as the 5th highest-grossing feature film that year. Moving to December 2018, Netflix released the musical comedy Dumplin', with Aniston as executive producer and one of the main characters. This was her first project with a streaming service. She made a comeback to television on November 1, 2019, as a producer and leading cast member in the Apple TV Plus drama The Morning Show, alongside Reese Witherspoon. This was her first major TV role since the end of Friends in 2004. In its first season, Jennifer was awarded the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Drama Series. She also earned a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, as well as 2 Golden Globe Award nominations, for Best Actress in a Television Series Drama and Best Television Series Drama as a producer. Jennifer reunited with her Friends castmates for an HBO Max unscripted television special titled Friends. The reunion, held in May 2021. This special earned her a nomination for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Variety Special, pre-recorded, under the producing category. Jennifer's personal life swirled almost as rapidly as her career. In 1998, her agents fixed her up with Brad Pitt for a blind date. This meeting was the start of what became one of the most high-profile celebrity relationships of that time. Jennifer and Brad had only crossed paths once before this blind date during the early 90s, but this time around, sparks flew. They did not waste time, for they knew what they wanted, but waited a year to make it official that they were an item. They made their first appearance as a couple at the Emmy Awards in September 1999. A few months later, they were photographed having the time of their lives at a Sting concert, which is when the world got its first look at the engagement ring on Jennifer's finger. In all his interviews, Brad was full of praise for Jennifer, saying that she was the woman of his dreams. He was sure that they were destined for each other, and soon they transformed into one of the most adored and outstanding couples in Hollywood. They tied the knot on July 9, 2000. In 2002, they announced their new level of partnership and established Plan B Entertainment together with Brad Gray as a producer. Following a romantic and exotic holiday in the Seychelles, The couple returned to their luxurious new home in the swanky neighborhood of Beverly Hills in 2001. Brad even appeared in Friends in a lighthearted manner, acting as a boy repulsive to Rachel Green. In January 2005, a shocker of the season arrived as fans of Hollywood's sweetheart couple learned that Jen and Brad were getting divorced. Many fans were left wondering what went wrong. Many people blamed Angelina Jolie for this situation, and this came as no surprise. Brad Pitt first crossed paths with Angelina Jolie on the set of the movie Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. They portrayed a married couple who were undercover spies for competing agencies. It was only in 2005 that their affair was made public when Pitt and Aniston were already in the process of filing for divorce. They became one of the most discussed celebrity couples globally, and the media named them Brangelina. They had 6 children together, 3 of whom were adopted from other countries. In 2005, amidst press rumors claiming that Jennifer was the one who filed for divorce because she didn't want to have children, and didn't want to have children with Pitt, she stated, "I've never in my life said I didn't want to have children. I did and I do and I will. I would never give up that experience for a career." About her divorce, Jennifer said it made her reconnect with her mother, Nancy, with whom she had not been in contact for over a decade. Brad and Jen tried to tell everyone that they were actually separating as friends, filled with love for each other, but that was hard, especially when the tabloids published pictures showing Brad having quality time with Angelina Jolie and her son Maddox on the beaches of Kenya. The announcement that Brangelina was expecting a kid came the following year in 2006. Jennifer said that she felt very surprised. Her friend Andrea Bendiwald revealed how difficult it was for Jennifer, seeing Brad dating somebody else after her, and doing it so openly. To cope with all of it, she had to turn to therapy, practicing yoga, and relying on a lot of support from her friends. In an interview, she said she has no regrets about the relationship with Pitt and viewed it as a very intense, beautiful, complicated relationship. It was in 2008 that Jennifer began dating again when she met musician John Mayer. Mayer described the affair as more than just a fleeting and inconsequential romantic involvement. He did have genuine affection for her. But evidently, it did not translate to mutual loyalty. He cheated on Jennifer while they were on a holiday in Mexico, and she couldn't believe it when she found out. John apologized, but Jennifer just wasn't going to let that go. The following year, she scored a guest appearance on the television show Cougar Town, where her close friend Courtney Cox was the lead actress. They stayed incredibly close even after Friends went off the air. Jennifer even became the godmother of Courtney's daughter, Coco. They have had their dramatic fair share of shattered marriages and the rise and fall of their careers, but their friendship endures. Jennifer fell in love once again, this time with Justin Theroux. She started dating the actor, director, and screenwriter in May 2011. The following January, they bought a house in the Bel Air neighborhood of Los Angeles for about $22 million and began living together. They tied the knot on August 10, 2015, but they parted ways later in 2017. Unfortunately, Jennifer does not have any children up to this present time. She penned an article for the Huffington Post in July 2016 titled "For the Record," where she accused the media of making her body a topic of discussion and speculating whether she was pregnant or not. She said, "The objectification and scrutiny we subject women to is ridiculous and rather creepy." Currently, Jennifer Aniston has not been shy about speaking out on her efforts to conceive, claiming to have tried in her 30s and 40s. In an interview with Allure in 2022, she disclosed that she attempted IVF and other measures, such as taking Chinese teas, to become pregnant. However, she was not lucky enough to achieve her goal. Jennifer said she should have been told to freeze her eggs when she was still young and regretted not being able to have biological children anymore. She also had to speak about media gossip and fake stories about her desire and capability to have children, as it deeply affected her. She said the public tried to portray her as a career woman who does not want children, which made the public feel entitled to know the reasons behind her divorces from Brad Pitt and Justin Theroux. However, as difficult as it may have been, and despite the controversy surrounding the topic, Jennifer insisted that she has no regrets and feels relieved that she no longer has to concern herself with her capability of getting pregnant. She stated that her journey was more about her struggles, and she has left that chapter of her life behind. If you're a fan of motion pictures and television, then there's definitely no way you don't know Jennifer Aniston's net worth, which is quite staggering. It's not shocking in the least when one remembers that Jennifer has been an icon for over 25 years because of Friends. She is an American film actress, producer, and spokeswoman, and she has accumulated an estimated net worth of more than $320 million by this point. Anyone following pop culture and entertainment news probably knows that Jennifer Aniston is one of the biggest comedic actresses in Hollywood today. She continues to earn over $20 million every year from acting and endorsement deals. She might be best known for her performance in Friends, but she has been able to build a credible movie career in the 2 decades since. Aniston and her female counterparts during the 2003 and 2004 episodes of Friends received $1 million per episode and have remained, ever since, the highest-paid TV actresses of all time. During their negotiations in 2000, the cast was able to obtain back-end points that would enable them to earn royalties whenever the show was sold into syndication. Before then, only 2 other TV actors had owned stakes in shows, Jerry Seinfeld and Bill Cosby. The show Friends, as we speak, makes more than $1 billion annually through syndication royalties and streaming rights. Some estimates suggest that each cast member could earn $10 to $20 million just in royalties. For her part in the Apple TV Plus show The Morning Show, both Jennifer and her colleague Reese Witherspoon received $1.25 million per episode. She has also accumulated significant wealth working as a brand ambassador for L'Oreal, Smartwater, Emirates, and Aveeno. Today, Jennifer earns about $10 million annually from endorsements. Recently, Jen Aniston, at 55, made headlines by opening up about her views on relationships and marriage. She revealed that while she would love to have a relationship, she has no interest in getting married for a 3rd time. Jennifer has had highly public romances over the years, including marriages to Brad Pitt and Justin Theroux, and relationships with Tate Donovan, Vince Vaughn, and John Mayer. When asked whether she could see herself getting married again, she told Allure, "Never say never, but I don't have any interest." Aniston acknowledged that being single can sometimes be overwhelming and expressed a desire for support during tough times. She admitted, "There are moments when I want to come home and have someone to lean on. It would be wonderful to come home and fall into somebody's arms and say, 'That was a tough day.'" Her reflections on relationships and marriage come after high-profile marriages to Brad Pitt and Justin Theroux, both of which ended in divorce. Aniston's openness about her personal life and the complexities of relationships resonates with many, adding depth to her public image as a successful and resilient individual. Her willingness to discuss these aspects candidly provides a more nuanced understanding of her life beyond her professional achievements. Her candid reflections also highlighted the impact of her parents' strained marriage on her own relationships. She shared that witnessing their difficulty made her wary of compromising her needs and desires in a relationship. This has made finding a balance in relationships a continuing challenge for her.